Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go.
Third and 10. It's only a three-man rush. Still pressure. Wentz is going to air it out.
Yo, what's up, clan? It's your boy back at you with another video. And yo, guys, the Eagles have made some roster moves today, and they also came out with their injury report today. So the roster moves here is Alshon has been moved to IR, and they officially confirmed him out for the rest of the season. Kind of knew that was going to happen. I even jumped the gun in my last video, but it's been officially confirmed. So speedy recovery to Alshon Jeffrey. Hopefully he can ball out with us next year. All right, so what did the Eagles do to replace him? Well, they replaced him by bringing up Robert Davis. And now, what do we know about Robert Davis? Robert Davis was a 2017 draft pick by the Washington Redskins. He was drafted out of Georgia State University. And, I mean, this is a guy that they nicknamed him in college the Freak. You know what I'm saying? So, what happened? Why wasn't Washington able to develop him into a dominant wide receiver? I mean, it is Washington, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're supposed to develop their talent. It's not like they never had talent on their team in the first place. So why weren't they able to develop them? You know what I'm saying? And I guess the bigger question is, can Carson Walsh, our wide receiver coach, develop him? Can he bring the most out of this guy? Can he fine-tune his skills? Because the skills that he had coming out of college, I mean, there is a reason why they called him the Freak. And here's the reasons, right? So, I mean, he's a big receiver, right? But he's got speed. I mean, his combine, I think, was like a 4.45 or whatnot. So he's got speed. He's got good hands. When the ball's deep in the air, he can track that ball very well, and he can go up and get it. I mean, he's got good route running skills too. So, I mean, can we bring that out of him? And we're going to find out against the Redskins this Sunday. And, if he can live up to that nickname that he got in college, that's even better for us because, then we really don't have to look too far into the draft. But still, I mean, we need to get younger. And, we still need to get somebody in the draft. So I'm just going to, I'm just going to ride with that. But hopefully Davis can definitely step up and be a contributor or at least a solid receiver on this team, right? So the injury report, basically, Nelly, he's out with, or he didn't practice with, or participate in practice with a knee injury. Derek Barnett also didn't participate in practice. Lane Johnson, we all know that he's out, with his ankle, whatnot, and Derek Barnett, of course, with his ankle. Jordan Howard and Jalen Mills were limited in practice. So Jordan Howard has been out. He's still limited. So hopefully he can continue to be on the mend, get better, and hopefully if he's not ready by the Redskins game, hopefully he's ready by the Dallas game. Camus Grugier-Hill, he was a full participant. Now, I got a bone to pick with Camus because he lied to the medical staff in the Miami game. He suffered concussion, but told the guys on the sidelines that, it was his shoulder, right? So, I mean, why would you lie? Especially with everything that has gone on with the CTE and all that stuff. Why would you lie? Your career or maintaining your career is more important than being out in that field because there could have been a contributing reason as to why he wasn't in a certain position if he was suffering from those concussion effects. And he didn't really know where he was or where he was supposed to be, and he was too focused on trying to maintain himself than actually be, where he's supposed to be on the field. So, I mean, take care of yourselves. Be on the field, be available, but most importantly, man, I'd rather see him out of a game and his head's cool and he's all checked out and everything's good to go medically, rather than him playing the game and potentially hurting himself more and costing us, a player, a few plays on the field. You know what I'm saying? So, Camus, yeah, he's got to do better. But, hey, at least he's back in practice. And, that's all we can ask for. Because, we need all the help we can get, especially at this juncture, right? So, moving on from that, Doug Peterson had a one-on-one interview with Dave Spadaro. And Dave Spadaro talked to him about basically the roster moves, right? And Doug, I'll just... matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and play this video so you guys can look at it, and then we'll discuss a few things that he said after the fact. All right? Let's do it.
It's remarkable. You get a 90-man roster to work with in the offseason. You cut that down to 53. You've got 10 on the practice squad, and every single roster spot matters. 199 yards combined from Joshua Perkins, from Boston Scott, from Greg Ward, all of whom started the season on the practice squad. This is very important to you to make sure that everybody is developing.
You have to develop every member of your roster, and not just the guys that are starting. And I think that's something that we've had success here in the last couple of seasons, being able to do that, because we've had to elevate guys. Even during the Super Bowl year, we've had to bring guys up off the practice roster to help us and help us win games. And so it's just a matter of focusing in on the guys, focusing on the ones that are going to be playing for you. Obviously, get them prepared, get them ready to go. But at the same time, we got to spend time, whether it's after practice or before practice, getting those younger guys ready to go, because you never know when their opportunity is going to come.
And that makes sense. Doug gives a great explanation about how his practice squad players are immersing themselves in the playbook, basically. They know the plays. They're working on their techniques. So if they're called upon, they are ready to go if one of the active guys are injured. In this case, it's been happening a lot, right? But I got one question for you, bruh. Why aren't you cutting bait with the players that aren't producing or that haven't shown any improvements when they are when they actually make it to the field? Because it makes no sense why Mac Hollins and Shelton Gibson were on this team for as long as they were. More Gibson than Hollins, because Hollins was injured one whole year, right? Gibson, however, we kept him for 3 years, and he amounted to nothing but a special teamer. He was supposed to be that deep ball threat, and he got no opportunities. And when he did get his opportunities, the limited ones that he did get, he did not shine at all. Except for, I just remember that one catch he made against the Vikings last year, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to know when to cut bait with players. If you guys get better talent in here, with Mac Hollins, and yeah, he showed promise his first year, the 2017 season. He showed some sort of promise, but I mean, this year he couldn't get separation. He couldn't, his routes were terrible. And, Carson just was not even looking at him. So anytime he did get open, Carson was just like, yeah, I already know he's not going to beat his man. I'm not even going to look his way. You got to have people that can come in and contribute and be a solid factor, at least. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, be a solid contributing factor. And, you just cut bait with them if they don't produce. Period. All right? So, now Doug also talked about Carson Wentz, and I'll play that little video here. So you guys just take a look at that, and we'll talk about that too.
Then how challenging is it for Carson to build that chemistry and that trust and that understanding, because he's not throwing to them in practice? How tough is it for a quarterback? It is difficult to gain instant sort of a rapport with these guys. That timing and accuracy and some of the consistency that you need in your passing game, and it is difficult. But I tell you, the guys spend time after practice. They whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes of detailing some routes or getting to
throw with those guys, just because you never know. You never know when that time's going to come, and I think that's what's really helped us. And it helped us, Monday night.
Doug, I know you talked about it on Tuesday at your press conference. Carson and the fourth quarter comeback, the overtime victory. You've been there. How big is it for him to go through that experience?
I think it's big because it's the first one, in his young career, and I think there's many more of these to come. That's the type of person, and that's the type of player that Carson Wentz is, and he wants the ball in his hands, and he's had a lot of big games in 4 years, obviously, but I think none bigger than the one we just came through, because he put the team on his shoulders, right? He trusted the young players. He trusted his offensive line. He trusted me as a play caller to help, put the offense in position to be successful. And then to lead us back to not only 2 scores down, but really go three scores in a row. And what was it? I think it was a 14-play drive to score at the end, and then another 8-play drive in overtime.
Right,
so you're talking 20-plus plays where he just said, you know what, let's go.
And a drive before
and
that.
a drive before that really got us back into the football game. So, it was really good to see from Carson, and hopefully this is getting that first one is the most critical one.
Now, these things are encouraging to hear, right, from Doug. Doug states that Carson stays after practice with the practice squad players. They work on, basically the plays to make sure that in game they are set and ready to go, right? So, those are good things. Those are very good things. And, Doug also talks about how, he talked about how Carson wants the ball in his hands. He wants control or autonomy over the offense, but he is trusting Doug Peterson in calling the plays. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows the leadership of Carson Wentz, and guys have came out and said that Carson was amazing as a leader, and they wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? And so, with him elevating himself, his leadership level, his gameplay in those few moments, that is what we want. There's nothing more we could ask for at that point. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, though. What you think in the comments below about, what Doug said. And also, if you guys haven't already subscribed to DBiggie86, you want to follow DBiggie86. He's got some good content. He had a good topic today about Michael Vick, hence why I'm wearing the number 7 jersey or whatnot. I support my man in his road to redemption. And also Philly Mike, follow him. He's got some good content, and he's got some good topics, and he's got an actual video about Robert Davis or whatnot. So check out his channel, and that's pretty much it. So again, let me guys know what you think in the comments below, and I'm out. So go Birds, EAGLES, Eagles, and that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.